gained a lot of weight, reduce it quickly. If you're not careful, you'll end up with diabetes. Your cholesterol level is also high. You really need to bring it down. These are the kinds of health warnings you probably hear often from society. So if you want to start fixing everything, you need to begin within these 2 weeks. If you properly accept the challenge I'm giving you, you will be able to return to your normal lifestyle and also achieve a healthier life. That challenge? No Sugar Challenge, a 14-day sugar-free challenge. First, I'll tell you what benefits you will gain if you complete this 14-day challenge correctly. 1. Your body will feel renewed energy. How does this happen? Because of our usual eating habits, we eat throughout the day. When we wake up in the morning, we usually drink a cup of tea. This immediately raises our blood glucose level. After a while, we eat breakfast again. When the glucose level begins to drop a little, we eat something again. Then, around noon, at about 11 or 12 p.m., we eat another meal. Before lunch, we snack again, or we take our lunch. Then in the evening, again, we have another meal. So throughout the entire day, we keep eating. This causes our blood glucose level to remain continuously high throughout the day. Just imagine, there is a normal range where our blood sugar level should stay. Our random blood sugar level should ideally be between 70 and 140 milligrams per deciliter. If we check fasting blood sugar, it should stay between 70 and 110 milligrams per deciliter.
Imagine this. Our normal blood glucose level stays around 80 to 100. But when we eat a meal, especially one high in carbohydrates, our blood sugar level rises to a much higher value. Just like it goes up, it also needs to come back down. If we eat a food that's very high in carbs and sugar, the blood sugar shoots up like a mountain peak and then suddenly drops back down. When blood glucose rises like this, our insulin level also rises in proportion. Because a large amount of insulin gets released into the bloodstream, the blood glucose level suddenly drops. This sudden drop is what we call a sugar crash. When a sugar crash happens, we feel weak, sleepy, shaky, and low energy. At that moment, we quickly run to eat something again. This cycle keeps repeating throughout the day, one after another. That's why our energy levels go up and down all day long. But if you follow this 14-day challenge exactly the way I explain, this won't happen. Your blood glucose level will stay steady without big spikes or crashes. This means you will have stable, consistent energy to complete your daily activities. The next result you get is better control over your hunger. Your cravings for sweets will reduce a lot. Because your tongue has been used to sugary tastes, it keeps asking for sweetness. That's why you crave sweets often. But after these 14 days of following the method I explain, those cravings will significantly decrease.
The second benefit is your mood improves. Our daily mood is controlled by neurotransmitters, mainly dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals need to stay balanced in order for your mood to stay stable. But if you are used to a diet high in sugar, these neurotransmitters get released too much, causing your mood to constantly go up and down throughout the day. However, if you complete the full 14 days, your mood will return to a completely normal, stable state. After that, insulin resistance goes away, and your body's cells start absorbing nutrients properly again. Then glucose enters your cells easily and produces energy because insulin is working correctly inside the body. The third benefit is reduced laziness. A major reason for laziness is the sugar crash. For example, when you eat a big plate of high sugar or high carb food, you feel very sleepy afterward. A short while later, you feel hungry again. This keeps happening repeatedly throughout the day, causing constant fatigue. Then you end up eating again and again. But if you control yourself for the 14 days properly, this problem will not happen. The fourth benefit is that your risk of infections reduces significantly.
A major cause of many infections in the body is high blood sugar levels. If you control sugar for these 14 days, you will start to notice reduction in many internal body pains. The fifth benefit is that you will start getting better sleep. High sugar foods negatively affect the quality of sleep, which has been confirmed in numerous scientific studies. The sixth benefit is that your skin can be maintained better. Consuming sugar-rich foods can lead to breakouts in various skin issues. If your skin already has these problems, following this 14-day sugar control method will give you good results. The most important benefit is that your body weight starts to decrease. At first, during the first 14 days, most of the weight loss comes from water weight, because glucose in the blood binds with water in the body. At this point, glucose in the blood causes the body to retain water. So after breaking free from a high glucose diet, the amount of water in the body starts to decrease. After that, your body weight can drop by about 1 to 2 kilograms. This is a big benefit. Your body feels lighter and more energized. Your body gets used to using other sources of energy and is no longer dependent on sugar. There are two main sources of energy. One is sugar, and the other is fat stored in the body. So, why does our body gain so much weight? It's because our body is in survival mode, trying to store energy. The body stores energy as fat, deposits throughout the body. If we want to use this stored fat for energy, we need to bring our body into the right metabolic state.
To do this, our body needs to remove the energy source it depends on, sugar. Only after eliminating sugar from the body will it start using fat stored in the body as energy. So during these 14 days, here's what you need to do. You must avoid certain foods completely. First, avoid all forms of simple sugar. You cannot use honey of any kind, including regular honey or kittul honey, during these 14 days. If you follow this strictly, you will definitely achieve the results I mentioned earlier. Next, avoid all sugary drinks such as Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, or any other soda. Next, avoid smoothies and porridge. No matter how healthy or nutritious they seem, you should not consume them during these 14 days. The reason is that our goal is to bring blood insulin levels back to normal, and these foods or drinks interfere with that process.
For example, if you start your morning with porridge, insulin is released into the body, which defeats the purpose of this challenge. Similarly, juices are not allowed during these 14 days. It's important to remember, when you control your blood glucose levels, insulin levels in the body are also regulated. If you have severe diabetes, this is how your body can return to a normal state. Similarly, if your cholesterol levels are high, they can also normalize when glucose and insulin are controlled. You need to maintain this control. We must always be aware of the insulin hormone in our body. Even if energy drinks are labeled no sugar, you should avoid them. Also, avoid all flavoring sauces and any kind of added flavor. Flavored milk, whether strawberry, vanilla, or chocolate, is also not allowed. During these 14 days, you should not consume milk powder because milk powders contain sugar. Even if you think you're drinking plain milk with no sugar added, your body will still absorb sugar from milk powder, so it's not allowed. You cannot consume ice cream, yogurt, bakery products, pastries, buns, or commercially flavored oats. Sweets like toffee, chocolate, or any honey-flavored products are also not allowed, as well as flavored candies.
Alcohol, including beer or liquor, is completely forbidden. During these 14 days, you must avoid all the foods I just mentioned and consume only 3 main meals. This is not a fasting method. It is purely for controlling the insulin levels in your body. You can eat what you need, but avoid all the restricted foods and drink plenty of water. If you complete these 14 days correctly, we can move to the next step. In the next video, we will see what the next step is.